What's going on? I'm supposed to be there for the weed.
Oh, yeah, you got Trey 5?
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, my bitch be smoking that shit. Let me see.
Man.
Damn, you got that Zoba. How much is it there?
200, 3.5.
200 to Trey 5?
200, 3.5.
Hell no, I know 200 no Trey 5. Hello? Hey, dude, low, he talking about 200 to Trey 5. Alright. About 200 to Trey 5.
Like any other along Webb Gin House Road until neighbors saw police and a body in a parking lot of a church.
My husband was driving, it was around 7 a.m. leaving to work, and he actually saw the body and saw the officers, and he stopped and he was like, you know, should we be worried?
What makes this mystery even more puzzling is what Abby Gonzalez and her neighbors say they didn't hear at around 6 o'clock Tuesday morning. No gunshots, no screams, no sounds of violence that would explain how a man in his 20s ended up dead with a gunshot wound.
It's the game spitter, y'all. Subscribe, like, share the video. With the Otf Boona situation, right? This is what happened when you got a pack of piranhas, you got a pack of wolves, you got a pack of demons, you got a pack of gorillas, and you can't teach them nothing. They don't want to learn nothing. They don't want to grow. Sometimes with a CEO like Durk, and you got guys like that, you know it ain't no growth in them. You know they only can be that. That's it. They can play Steppa, backdooring security. That's about the only legit thing they can do. And they really don't want to do that. They don't want to go through the real process of being a security guard. They are APP security for the night, but they don't really want to go through the real process and But yeah, they keep it off you. And you got to walk through this crowd. They'll do that. But other than that, like, they don't want to learn how to engineer, how to make beats, how to book your shows, how to get you more features. Hell, even going to get your clothes or the stuff that you need on a regular. They don't want to learn how to be a manager, assistant manager. Nothing. All they want to do is just be around, be an extra for the video, be an extra for the performance, play security, and then when they're not around you, be a demon. Now, when the CEO on the streets, it's all good. You still don't have full control. They'll still do little shit here and there. Like when he got locked up for the situation at the mall, when Buddy from 4PF got hit up. When the kid got shot and he had to do, we got sentenced like 8 years or something. So you'll still have to bond him out, give him lawyers. You can kind of tame them a little bit, but when they really need a bag, and Durk ain't giving no handouts right now. He ain't passing out no bags of money right now. They got to go trap. They got to go rob. They got to go take hits. They can't make no money off the music industry. They're not no artists. They can't be King Von. Durk, another thing Durk didn't do, he didn't never really sign superstars to OTF. He never did. He never found other talents, paid them $300-400 grand to come sign to OTF. He never took the CEO route like Yo Gotti, or even tried like how Gucci Man did. He gonna sign O Block members, Front Street members, Land Ron members, just motherfuckers in Chicago. When Durk could have signed artists like East G. Not saying he could have got East G, I'm just saying a dude, an artist with that skill set. An artist like YTB Fat. All you gotta do, if Moneybagg Yo can do it, why couldn't Lil Durk do it? All you gotta do is get a bag, give a good contract, do what you're supposed to do as a CEO. So if Durk fall, you got somebody that can still hold that brand up here. You never want a crew like Lil Durk. Can't nobody stand on their own. Everybody struggling. Everybody weak without the boss. It was only one boss. You can look at Lil Durk crew and say, oh yeah, he the only one get money. They think because they got these big OTF chains on, a watch, and shit like that. We can see right through that. We can see right through that. So, when you got crews like OTF and they full of demons and gorillas and piranhas, right? The people who really got to watch out for crews like that, it could be all good at one point. But the people who need to watch out for crews like that is gonna be the dudes who selling them gas, who selling them work, who selling guns, who showing them a lot of money, because they sizing everybody up. It be all good when the boss man out, but they sizing you up. You serving all the members. They get comfortable with you. It could be years, everything out good. 2 or 3 years, everything out good. But they putting you in the back of their head like, if shit go left, or when I need to start being cutthroat, you on the list. You ain't on the list like, he got it, but it's gonna be a little task getting that. You ain't showing that you move militant, especially if you one of them dudes who serving them or doing some type of business with them, and you don't really move militant, you don't really move with a crew. Every time they met you, you was by yourself or you had one person with you. They done been to your house, they know, yeah. It can go down when shit go left. So you gotta be mindful of that when you're dealing with artists like that. They got crews like that, and they're not bosses. They're not getting money. You could tell by the shit that they buying from you. When you serving them, they're not copping 100 P's, 50 P's, whatever you selling, they're not taking it 10X. They may buy a pound here, cutie there. Not saying they was just getting the gas from him, but I'm saying that because he did that skit talking about the gas. So he did some type of business with him. It gotta be something like that, or you showing a lot of money or having a lot of money, or whatever you selling, you get a lot of money from it. Because why would he kidnap you and demand money if you just a nickel and dime hustler? Evidently, he thought you had a whole bunch of money, a whole bunch of narcotics, something. Because he did the crime that he did against you. Ain't no way it's just for a couple of racks, a pound. He doing some next level shit. Kidnapping you, taking you to another location, shooting you 17 times. He acting like you had a whole M. Yeah, he acting like you had a whole M. So yeah, people can go wrong showing these dudes so much. You'll be serving these artists and you trying to show off a little bit, trying to impress them. It could backfire on you. You definitely can. Like, same thing when you going to gamble. You could be in and get money. You good at gambling. You got jewelry. You got this and that. You going to these trap houses or whatever, and yeah, Moneybag Yo gonna be there. Offset gonna be there. 42 Doug gonna be there. Lil Durk and them, their crew gonna be there, and they shooting dice. But the people who get money, they shooting dice, right? The other people who get money, they could be standing right beside them. But then the people who protecting them, sometimes the boss man, like even with Boosie Crew, sometimes they can't control them or they can't keep their eyes on them 24/7. So they have their own thoughts, like, we finna get him. We finna get him. Or we gonna get him. He too sweet. They size you up, look how you move, look what you got, watch you another time. And yeah, we gonna get him. Sometimes it could be that same night. So you gotta be careful when you go into these gambling spots. Because when you gambling against artists, it'll never be, well, y'all don't make no rules. Well, it got to just be the artists. They can't really bring all these different crew members. You can have real security, but all these different gangsters, and y'all don't do that because y'all want the artists to come and gamble with y'all, come to the spot. So more people, when they're not there, more people will come, hoping that they'll come through. So you ain't gonna give them no rules. You gonna let them bring 10, 15, 20 guys, 8 guys, 7 guys. You got a big garage, just full of gangsters, full of niggas who kidnap, rob. There's a few get money niggas in there that's really coming to play. But all these CEOs and rappers, they be really coming with real monsters. When it comes to them gambling spots, they're not bringing the top tier security. They bringing their partners. Because they know it's other niggas who got crews and they got monsters with them, and robbers with them. So they got to match evil for evil. but you just the cool nigga who get in the bag and on your shit. You probably get down too, but you ain't gonna see it coming. And they gonna get you. So yeah, man. That's what it be. One thing about it, when you in a crew like OTF, or it could be any rap crew, you going around meeting a lot of people and they trying to show off and impress. So you gonna see the nigga who got all the jewelry, who having money, who saying what he got. He gonna let y'all come back to the crib because it's bragging rights, he think. OTF members at my spot. So he gonna bring y'all back to the spot. Y'all gonna know, or he'll meet y'all at the spot. You do business with him. So you meeting all these people in Tennessee and Atlanta and Florida, Texas, and Las Vegas and Arizona. You got all these people. So you got backdoor licks you can hit. You just gotta figure out where you're gonna start at. And then you think like, who really having the most paper at the crib? Because a lot of these dudes, they be having safes at the house. They ain't putting all that money in stocks or banks. So nah. These dudes gonna have 200-300K in the flow, in the walls, in the safe. Or they gonna have it in jewelry. They ain't gonna spread it all the way out. So sometimes they will, but you can catch them on a good day. But then you gotta figure out who gonna really let you come, where they lay their head at, or meet you with a lot of shit like that. Like, and it wouldn't be that hard because you'll know what they bring and how comfortable they is dealing with you when you dealing with them. That's the only con about doing business with rappers. They got a crew full of steppers and robbers and shit like that. That's the only con. You never know when them niggas gonna flip. Sometimes the artists will put them on game. Like, man, y'all can get him. He's so sweet. Or he can do some little shit, some shady shit that he may not think fucked up or that shady. And the rappers will sick his partners on him. Yeah, like, and then they gotta break the rapper off, or they can be like, y'all can have that. The rapper will see that this nigga right here got, or he may have $500,000 in the crib, or he may got 200,000-300,000 in jewelry at the crib, sending to break into a spot. All type of shit. So when Durk get locked up, now you gotta, the bread gone, the money gone now, so now you gotta figure this shit out because you fighting up against a lot of shit, right? You gotta keep up this image. People online saying y'all broke without Durk. Y'all ain't really having no motion. You not that nigga as a rapper, so ain't none of y'all that nigga as an artist, so now you gotta keep up with the image. So when you do get money, you gotta spend it on shit that you know you don't really care about, or you need, or you could care about it, but you know you really don't need it. You need to be saving this money. You don't need to, if you got 30K, you don't need to go get no watch or no chain. You need to save the 30K. But you got to keep up with this image. When you're dealing with females, you got to overdo it. Going to these restaurants or just buy extra shit that you don't really need. Got to buy these expensive ass liquor bottles, all this gas, all type of shit, man. Whenever they ask for money, you giving it to them. You ain't really got no money discipline. You ain't got no investing skills. So now what you gonna do? Because you trying to please everybody but yourself. You living for the internet. You living for the image. Durk was here to fill all them gaps. Now he not, so shit need to get done. Like, you know in your head, you willing to go get the money. Even if you gotta kill for the money, you willing to go do what you need to do. So yeah, like, ain't nobody really fronting y'all no work. Ain't nobody really fronting y'all no real work. Because if they was, if y'all had real plugs like that, you wouldn't be doing that. You can't be that thirsty for blood. So yeah, man. Of course this shit make OTF look bad. Now as far as like, if they just on some demon time shit, street shit. Nah. But it make you look bad because you got a legit business, multi-millionaire, and y'all couldn't figure out how to get the bag legitly. Yeah, you probably could have still sold some little gas on the side, had a little operation going, but you couldn't find no loopholes. Not real estate, not trucking. He couldn't invest in nothing. Y'all just want to be extras. Extras for hits, extra for video, extra for performance. That's it. And then when Durk out on the street, y'all go through a phase where y'all think this shit gonna last for a long time, let alone forever. Y'all don't see no Ricos and him getting locked up. Maybe y'all will get locked up, but y'all don't see him going down and the money just stop. So yeah, man. If you doing this shit every day, waking up, y'all can go do what y'all want to do, drive the cars y'all want to go drive. As far as like Scat Pack, Hellcat, Track Hawk type of cars and shit like the Corvettes and other cars. Y'all can drive them type of cars. Y'all can go to the hood, get all the fame. Y'all on TV, y'all, yeah. Then that shit just stopped, and it been going on for the last 3 or 4 years, 5 years, and that shit just stopped. Yeah. Y'all really ain't building no real relationships in the industry because all y'all was doing was playing tough and just being extras and, yeah, not really networking. Yeah, y'all want, because say you build a skill set on Durk with his situation. Now you can do that same skill set with other artists. Chill, like, there's plenty of artists that need somebody that can really go get them more features and shows and doing this and doing that. Yeah, you could tell them, you could show them your resume. I was bringing Durk an extra 300-400K every 2 weeks or a month. I'm good for 100K a week extra I could bring, especially if you're on a level like him. Just throwing numbers out there. You could have got you another job. But you couldn't get past having this in your hand and push ices and, yeah, catching hats. You couldn't get past that. You couldn't get past the soldier phase. Yeah. The highest you see is a rich soldier with a lot of hats, with a lot of war stories, with a lot of jewelry, a couple cars, a crib, some hoes. That's it. That's all you wanted. Jewelry, thoughts, a spot, a lot of shoes and clothes. You know what I'm saying? Money in your pocket. A lot of gas and smoke, Lling, pills, a lot of guns, a lot of rank. That's it. That right there will make the average YN happy. You can put him around a billionaire, half a billionaire, nigga who worth 500 million, 400 million, 100 million, 50 million, 30 million, and he still gonna want that. He could be around Bill Gates and still have that same mindset. Because to learn that type of stuff, to help him out, is too hard. So you don't even want to bust your brain and learn that skill set, let alone somebody rapping. You don't want to bust your brain to learn them skill sets. Oh, engineer, what they got to do? What they got to learn? They got to go to school. They got to do this. Nah, I ain't doing that. What you got to, what? To be a producer, you got to learn this and learn that and really know music and know this instrument and know how to play this. And so I got to learn how to play the piano. I got to learn how to do this. I got to learn. They ain't going to do it. So what? To be assistant manager, I got to make all these phone calls. I got to call all these promoters. I got to know how to negotiate. They ain't going to want to do it. They're going to want to turn that scale on, put the product in, bag it up, sell it, up to 5, give me the jury, give me the money, give me the work, take it. Up to 5, blow at him, earn a stripe, get the bag for that. That's it. Everything else too hard. Yeah, I can play security and punch a nigga. Yeah, I can go bring them bags to the car. That's it. Other than that, like, that shit too hard, man. Now, the situation that Otf Boona got himself in, right? A lot of times they'll execute the guy when they don't really get what they want, because they'll feel like they done did too much to let you live. They already know that you're gonna go to the police. So no, got nothing to lose. In their head, they feel like they ain't got nothing to lose. Like, I let you live, you're gonna go to the police. I'm already gonna still do a 15-ball kidnapping and shit like that, robbing, gun. They feel like you ain't like that. You ain't gonna keep it on the street. That's another thing, like, when you're dealing with guys like that, if they feel like you ain't really like that, they're gonna crush you if you don't give them what they want. Sometimes they'll do it anyway, because they'll still feel like even though you gave them what they wanted, they can't let you live because you're gonna go straight to the police. You're not gonna keep it on the street. Other times they can do that shit to niggas that's really holding work and shit like that. They can kind of let them live because they can keep it on the street. And they feel like once they disperse from you, you ain't gonna find them. And when you do find them, they'll be ready for you. Other times they're still a wacky because they want the hat. Nigga just so mad that he can't let you go and he ain't get what he came to get. Like, nigga finna just let you have it. Sometimes you'll get shot a couple times. Other times, nigga so frustrated, he give you the whole clip. He give you the whole sham team. So, man, I hate that shit happened for the dude, man. Like, he really trusted OTF. He thought, you know, the niggas been cool. Been knowing these dudes for a couple of years. Everything. He ain't never been no shady business. Ain't never been no shiesty shit. Ain't never been none of that straight up business. He never really had no problem. So why can't I serve y'all or fuck with y'all without Durk being around? I been fucking with y'all when Durk not around. He on the street, but he not around. So he feel like shit's still cool. Yeah, but Boona, he had other plans. But he wasn't ready. He wasn't ready, so he struck. And now, after all that got done, you facing murder, felony murder, aggravated assault, aggravated battery, home invasion, first degree, kidnapping, armed robbery, false imprisonment, possession of a firearm by felon. Like, that's a lot. That's a life sentence. How you gonna beat that? How you ain't gonna get the life? How you ain't gonna get the L, the long ride? How you ain't gonna get that? You gotta stick to the G code. So how you ain't gonna get the life sentence? You ain't gonna get that lawyer that Go Van just had. It ain't no dead man to put it on. It's a dead man in the case, but there ain't no dead man to put it on. Ain't nobody told you to do that. That's all on you. Like BG third album. Like I say, for B0DY to do all that to him, B0DY must have really been holding like $250,000, 300,000, 400,000. Unless it could be some petty shit, 50 grand, 40 grand. Nigga do that to you. You know, for 20, 30 racks, you know, nigga come tie you up and duct tape you and zip tie you and beat you and pop you and 20, 30 racks. Cause nigga come take your life for that, so why wouldn't they rob you for that? You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga put 20, 30 racks on him, he would've got the same treatment, you know? So it ain't really gotta be no 100K, you know, all that buku money, you know, cause but he had been doing something extra though. Like, he couldn't just came from camera, cause he wasn't no big cameraman. If y'all saying he a cameraman, however else he get money, he had to be real, you know, successful in it, or he'll save his money. You know what I'm saying? Stack his money up. He had to show something, or why the fuck would he think he got all his money there? You know what I'm saying? Like, he had to see some IG pages or Facebook pages where he flexing and stunting. Yeah, but he got down on him, man. But he wasn't ready. And rest in peace. Rest in peace. So, damn. But that's my take on this conversation, man. Like I say, man, you gotta be real careful when you're dealing with the artists, entourages, especially when the boss man locked up and you know they ain't real bosses. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can deal with, say your guy that get locked up. You can still deal with Bag and 42 Doug, and you can still, you know, take your chance with their crew, because they boss is still on the street and they still getting money. They got a lot of niggas in their crew really getting money, so it may not happen. It still could happen. Sometimes niggas with money will still do you that, or backdoor you or send. So it's always a gamble when you doing business with street guys. You know what I'm saying? Like rappers who in the streets or whatever. It's always a gamble. They ain't gotta be fucked up. Nigga could be up. Boona could have did that to you. He could have been up 30, 40 racks, 50 racks, 80 racks. Could have had 10K in his pocket when he was doing it, 5K. You never know. No niggas will still get down even though they got money. Yeah, they'll still get down. They got 20K put up. They got whatever. But they see an easy lick, so why not add to it? Why not add to the value? So yeah, man, y'all hit that link in the comments. Excuse me. Y'all hit that link in the comment section, man. Y'all need y'all credit fix. You understand? Eli Credit Repair. Hit my link. $64 or $250. Have you coming? We're gonna make sure the bankruptcy get put off there. The evictions, the charge off, the collections, all that. And we're gonna make sure we get you funding. We're gonna make sure you get that new townhouse, that crib, them cars, all that shit there, man. Whatever you need. That 18-wheeler, that box truck, that beauty supply store, that barber shop, the hair salon. We're gonna make sure you get all that. Build that business credit up too. Not just personal, business too. If we can't help you out, we give you your money back and $100. And you need to be patient. Don't just spend the $250 and think your shit gonna be cleared in 2-3 weeks. Nah, you gotta let the man work. You got a lot of customers. It's a team over there. You gotta let the man work. Ain't nobody trying to finesse y'all out of no $250. That ain't nothing. We spending that on list crawlers. Yeah, $250 ain't nothing. We spend $250 just on list crawlers. We ain't even got to nothing else we gotta do. So that ain't about nothing. You talking about millionaires? The people who fixing y'all credit, millionaires. So why the fuck should we scam y'all out of $250? That ain't no money. Other motherfuckers charging y'all racks to get y'all credit fixed. We just saying $250. You can spend $64. You scared to put up $250, but you go to a restaurant, get some crab legs. You take a chick out, you get king crabs. She get king crabs. That's $200 bill right there. You order a drink, she order a drink. You at $250. But motherfucker you can't give them for 2 months to fix your credit. Ain't that motherfucker, man.
This video right here is brought to you by EliFixCredit.com. Hey man, this the deal of the year right here. To all my fans, my following, my supporters, anybody who rock with me, this the best way I can help you. This the best game I done gave since I done started the YouTube, really, because this right here gonna turn your situation all the way up. Tony the Closer, he just teamed up with Eli. And guess what they doing right now, man? If your credit starts with a 4, 5, or 6, I'm telling you right now, stop playing. I'm talking late payments. I'm talking collections. I'm talking evictions. I'm talking repos, charge-offs, all that stuff, man. He taking all that off your credit, and it ain't taking 6 months, a year, 4 months, 3 months, 2 months, none of that stuff. I'm saying you're going to see results in 4, 5 days. Let me tell y'all again, because I don't think you heard me. I'm saying he's showing y'all results in 4, 5, 6, 7 business days. And he only charging y'all $250. And he guaranteeing you funding. And if you want business credit, he charges $500 and he can guarantee you 6-figure funding. If he don't keep his word, if he don't show you results with 4, 5, 6, 7 days, and then the big results in like 2 to 3 weeks, he'll give you money back and give you $100. I say he'll give you $250 back and give you $100 for playing with you, for playing with your top. Same thing if you decide to go the business route and you want business credit fixed and you need trade lines, primaries, he got it all. If you're an artist and you need funding and ain't no labels reaching out to you, you want that big bag, you need to holler at Eli. Pay the $250, pay the $500, fix your credit, build your credit, add some primaries and trade lines. Oh, that's a different fee. Add some trade lines and primary, and take this to the bank and get your funding, and take off with your rap career, your R&B career, your movie career, whatever you got going on, your restaurant, your barbershop, your truck driving business, your hair salon. So I'm telling y'all, man, like, y'all know we in America. They only care about credit. Credit is king these days. This ain't the streets. Cash is king in the streets. But this is real life, the real world. So credit is what you need. You got a 4, 5, 6. You can't get that apartment. You making the money, but you still can't get the apartment you want. You can't get that house you want. You can't get that car you want because you ain't reached out to Tony the Closer, or you ain't reached out to Eli and paid the $250. And then you ain't even got to pay the $250 up front. You can just pay $64 today. And you can team up with Zip and you can do 4 payments. So $64 a day if you get approved. So $64 a day if you team up with Zip and you get approved. And then you got 4 payments. So you ain't even got to come out of pocket all the way to 250. 64, he gonna get to work. As soon as you pay the 64, you get approved with Zip, he gonna get to work. So by the time you probably pay all your 250, you're already seeing results. If it don't work, if I'm capping or you feel like this is a scam, like the other fake internet dudes be doing, they be taking your money, you gotta pay all this buku money. He give me your money back and give me $100. And he ain't taking all day, so it ain't gonna take that long to get your money back. He only got a week to show you the results, and then about 2 or 3 weeks to show you the big results. So how you gonna lose? I'm telling you, the link in the bio. Y'all go over there, either have your $64 ready or your $250, and fix your credit. Take them 500 scores, 600 scores, take it to 750, 780, 800. Get you some trade line primaries. Fix your business credit. Man, get with the program, man. That's EliFixCredit.com. That's EliFixCredit.com. If you still can't find it, go to Tony the Closer IG, Tony the Closer _ That's his IG at Tony the Closer _ Go over there, subscribe to him. He ain't. Come to his DM, tell him the Game Spitter sent you, and say you need that credit score plug. And if you need the game on the real estate, you already know. I'm gonna drop that link too. So man, y'all tap in. He was with him. Go.
I'm just tripped out right now, man. And I don't like to put people in my business, especially my financial business. But I got to tell y'all about this. So about a year, maybe 8, 9 months ago, I started working with a credit repair company to get my credit right. I already had worked with a couple. They didn't do nothing. But this one, we were seeing some progress. But again, it took a year and a half to make the progress that we made. So that progress looked like I probably started around about low 500s across all 3 bureaus. And we got one of them up to about the mid 600s. And the other 2 really hadn't made any progress. They was still around the mid 500s. So I just got impatient and I said, screw it. I came across Eli and I didn't know what to expect. And I still would say on my wildest dreams, I didn't expect this. In 30 days, he took my credit scores from what I just told you, mid 500s to mid 600 on the highest one, to this being my lowest from the mid 500s, right? These 2 right here, now 748, 756. And the one that was in the, I think 660 or something like that, mid 600s, going on the upper 600s, 816. But he did it in 30 days. I don't know if y'all hear me. I spent over a year and a half, thousands of dollars with another company after wasting my money before that. And this ain't a screenshot. I don't know if y'all can see the date right here. It says May 5th. And the last refresh of mine was 502. $90,000, $93,000 in debt wiped off my credit report in 30 days. 100+ point jump across all 3 bureaus, even the one that wasn't that bad, in 30 days. So if you even been thinking about getting your credit repaired, this is your sign to stop stalling, because I don't really know how he's going to be this effective and still have any type of capacity or availability to keep working with people. But just take it from me. Matter of fact, don't take it from me. Take it from my FICO score. Let me just read, because I know some people do screenshots and all that kind of stuff. I don't want y'all to think this is cap. I don't want y'all to think this is cap. Let me see if I can find my name. It's not logged into nobody else's stuff. Excuse my internet. Come on. Not logged into nobody else's stuff. I don't want y'all to see the addresses and stuff. Y'all can see here at the bottom. Yeah, this is me, current day results, receipts. So again, if you've been thinking about getting your credit repaired with anybody else, you're about to do yourself a huge disservice. Waste a whole lot of money, waste probably a year plus on waiting for them to get you incremental results. When this dude, he ain't even finished because he's a perfectionist. But his incremental ain't their incremental. This is just the progress update. We ain't even done. We ain't even got to the business funding yet. But if you want to get your credit repaired.
Good morning, y'all. I gotta give a shout out to my man, Eli. That's my dog. He got an OD right now. We going for so much funding right now. I ain't want to worry about a thing. You need credit. I didn't need credit repair. I needed funding. But to get funding, you got to get your credit score very high. Holla at my man Eli. I'm telling you, holla at my man Eli. Your credit is the only way you're going to be able to survive in the future. Especially if you want to have investments, business, whatever you want to believe, whatever your dream is, starts here, bro. Get some funding and chase it. But you got to get your credit right. Hit them up, man.
Hey, I wanted to take a second to give a huge shout out to Eli. Sign my mom up for credit repair with him because we had tried 3 or 4 other people. We've been working for over 2 years to try to get a couple of collections removed from her credit report, and literally no one was able to help us. We've spent thousands and thousands of dollars on this and just kept getting no results. I found Eli, happened to run across his page on Instagram, and reached out to him, signed up. It's been less than 30 days, and both of those collections are off of her credit report. So I just want to again say thank you so much, and I definitely would highly recommend him and his team if you're looking for someone who can actually get the job done.
I've been working with Eli on my credit repair for the last couple months, and in just 2 weeks he was able to get all the negative items deleted off of my Experian credit report. As you can see here, the negative items have all been deleted. So if you are in need of credit repair, I highly recommend Eli's services.